We got teacher made 11-year-old be a lookout while SAing his friend in what? Husband defends her. Whoa. Whoa.
Bada bing, bada boo.
There has been a crime in the workplace, and Tim Dickey, the man in charge, has to figure out what the hell is going on. He's got to investigate. He's sitting down with everybody. Anybody that's heard or potentially saw anything, he's sitting across from them because all of these people could be witnesses one day. And they all tell him the same thing. Well, everyone talks about them having an inappropriate relationship. Okay, I see. I mean, have you seen anything with your own eyes, or is it just a rumor that you're hearing from everyone, your peers? Well, I've heard a lot from a lot of others that they're dating. It's pretty clear, though, that she has the power and she favors him. He barely puts in any work and he gets all the rewards. Honestly, it's a pretty gross, massive power imbalance, to say the least. Another person tells Tim Dickey along the lines of, I've heard that they met up after hours, that they have these secret meetings in the night in her car. It's all very hush-hush. But the worst part is, I've heard the rumor that she's actually pregnant. Others say that's not even the worst part. It actually does indeed get worse. They say that they've heard rumors that sometimes he would stand behind her desk and she would pretend to go under her desk to look for something. Oops, I dropped my pencil, crawl down there, and in front of everybody else in the room, she would, quote, touch his stuff. Not to mention some of the notes found in her desk that he allegedly wrote. One just reads, "You're sexy." Another reads, "I want you. Let's smash." 6 feet long. Whatever that means. The witnesses' statements are pretty consistent, but Tim Dickey thinks, well, what if they're too consistent? It's a little too convenient, right? I mean, he thinks all the stories kind of sound similar. Like they're all just rumors that people have been circulating from desk to desk. But has anybody actually seen anything?
I mean, you can't really jump to conclusions, right? You always got to investigate. Especially in school where gossip, kids love to lie, you know? So that's why it's so hard to know when someone's telling the truth. Right? It's a very hard topic, especially in school, bro, where people just like to bullshit all the time.
It's time to bring in the suspect. They bring in 27-year-old Brittany Zamora. She walks into Tim Dickey's office. She's sitting at the other end of his desk, and there's already tears just streaming down her face. It does not appear that she's having a good time. Listen, Tim, please. There are really only 2 things in this world that I care about, and it's my husband and my career. That's it. Tim Dickey is smiling because that makes sense. And she was like one of the first people he hired since he got the job running this place. And she did win the 2016 County Teacher of the Year Award.
Welcome to practice. This is where all you news become yellow turds. Yeah.
There's no way she's SAing and her 13-year-old student in a class full of kids, right?
What?
There's no way she has an 11-year-old boy standing lookout while she essays his best friend in her classroom. Even if Tim Dickey doesn't believe it, the least he can do is alert the 13-year-old student's parents, correct?
That's Tim Dickey, him?
Instead, Tim Dickey sits all the other students down that have reported the inappropriate behavior. He says, "Thank you all for coming to me with what you've been hearing in the hallways. But do you know how dangerous rumors can be? You can ruin someone's career with these types of rumors." And
what about the student though? The student's gonna be scarred for life, no? So your number one priority should be students over teachers. Have I got it mistaken as a principal? As a principal, it should be student over teacher, no? At least that's how I think it should go.
He scolds all the students for spreading rumors, and it gives Brittany enough time to target her next potential victim, an 11-year-old. This is the case of Brittany Zamora and what happens when the victim's parents find out and when Brittany's own husband finds out.
Oh, shit. Nah, shit. Not the husband. Ah, shit. Schools don't care half the time. That's why teens don't trust adults. I can see that. You know, I'm a teen. I come I come to you with the
We
truth.
would like to
and
thank
because
today's
I'm a
sponsors
teen,
who
it's
have made
like,
it possible for Rotten Mango to support the National Center for
Yo,
Missing
kid,
and
what do you
Exploited
know?
Children, also known as NECMEC. They focus on finding missing children, reducing child sexual exploitation, and the prevention of child victimization. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team, and we'd also like to thank you guys for your continued support. As always, full show notes are available at rottenmangopodcast.com. Disclaimers, today's case has mentions of grooming and CSA. Please watch with caution. The names of the minors have also been, of course, protected and changed. So with that being said, these are all pseudonyms except for the perpetrators and the adults. Let's get started. Do you know what the pre-divorce stage is? It's when you see two people in a relationship, in a marriage, and you know that they're going to get divorced. They just haven't filed divorce yet. They might not even know that they're going to get divorced, but you just feel it in your bones. They are in a stage of pre-divorce. My biggest thing is, I guess it's very difficult to say if you can see when couples are going to get divorced. Everybody's different. But when they are incredibly mean to each other in front of people, I'm like, I feel like a pre-divorce is happening.
Okay.
One netizen says, oh, my pre-divorce signal is even stronger.
Let me see.
He's older now. He's seen all these couples come and go. And he says, when I see a divorce coming, and this is not 100% of the time, obviously there's exceptions, don't get upset, people. But he says, when the couple decide out of nowhere, it's not like a big anniversary. It's not their 50th anniversary, 40th, 20th, 25th. Out of nowhere, the couple decide randomly to have an over-the-top vow renewal. Massive ceremony, celebration. It feels like they distract themselves by planning the event. And then after the last guest leaves, party is over. They go back to reality. The marriage is divorce incoming in like 6 months.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And he's saying
That's
obviously
crazy.
there's exceptions of people who have anniversaries or have been planning it for a long time, or they had a life-altering
insane.
moment where someone was diagnosed with something and then recovered. Those are different.
Yeah.
He's saying like so random.
Okay.
Another one said,
Interesting. That's weird.
I was at a wedding and I knew this was pre-divorce at the wedding.
Whoa.
The groom was making a toast to the bride, you know, the woman that he's marrying. And he talked about how he initially didn't like her because she never shut up. But now she's learning to, quote, put a sock in it.
You're saying that in front of everybody on your wedding night? Is he asking to die on the night? that's what he's saying to me. He's saying to me, I'm planning to die tonight.
And then he jokingly turned and then air backhanded her face.
Whoa.
Like not actually hit her on the face, but like in the air. Pretended to hit her.
That is wild.
To the guest credit, nobody laughed. There's just awkward, deafening
Yeah,
silence.
yeah,
They got
100%.
divorced 2 months after the wedding. One Redditor stated
2 months. Nah, bro. Sometimes it's just I can't even feel sorry for you. I can't feel sorry for you, bro. What are you doing? You know, at that point, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nah, I can't even feel sorry for you. You did that to yourself.
states that she knew her divorce was coming pretty early on. She says, well, my husband smashed cake into my face at the wedding, even though I begged him for months prior not to. He also introduced me as his first wife at our reception party for our wedding to everybody. He thought,
Again, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for the woman. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for you. What are you doing? The brother's giving you all these signs and you're still there? Why is marriage such a joke to people, bro? It's literally, you literally say, till death do us part, bro. Are people just out here just saying, I believe in God, just to say, I believe in God? Like, brother, you're making vows, bro. This is not a joke thing. This shit, marriage is deep. Like, brother.
thought it was hilarious. We divorced over the summer, and I am so much happier. Another Redditor says, oh, yeah, when you can tell your marriage is coming to an end, it's pretty easy. You drive home from work. You come around the corner, and if you see your partner's car in the driveway and feel sad or disappointed, that's the sign you need. Another ex-wife said,
Facts.
"Oh,
That-
it was
that's
weirder.
that's an obvious one, right? If you don't want to come home, that's
Right
a
after the
problem.
wedding, I moved in, and the thermostat that controls the temperature, he put a password on it, and he wouldn't let me have the password."
Wow.
For Dan,
Wait. We're married? Wait. They were married? wait. They were married. Brother, this is no longer your house.
and the thermostat that controls the temperature, right after the wedding, I moved in, and the thermostat that controls the temperature, he put a password on it, and he wouldn't let me have the password.
Brother, it's no longer your house, bro.
Wow.
What are we doing?
For Daniel, the signs were probably a lot more obvious, but he just sped right past them. They went over his head.
100%.
Daniel, maybe he likes all the signs. I don't know, which is more alarming. Because the pre-divorce, other people saw a pre-divorce. He didn't see anything. He just gets served divorce papers out of nowhere after everything that they've been through from their proposal. Daniel even wrote this long, sappy message to Brittany online about it. He writes, "From the moment we first saw each other, we have been falling for one another. So it was only appropriate to ask Brittany to..."
He's using a whole lot of we. Brother, speak for yourself. You can't speak for her. You ain't her. You can't speak for her. All that we. Man, you're not French. Relax.
marry me while falling. He proposed this whilst on a skydiving trip. And now after 4 years of marriage, she wants to divorce him. She wants to hit him with divorce papers while she's in jail. Seriously? Brittany states to the courts that she would like to separate from her husband because, quote, "Our marriage is beyond repair. It's broken and there is no hope of reconciliation." What defines that a marriage is broken beyond repair with no hope of reconciliation? A few years prior, Brittany hands Daniel the phone. This is when they're still married, still living together. Brittany's handing Daniel the phone, and on the other end of this phone is a very, very angry man. He says, "Put your husband on the phone. I'm more than happy to talk to that dumb motherfucker too."
Whoa.
Daniel grabs the phone.
Hey, man.
Hey, don't say hey man to me. You got a fucking monster. If I was you, you stupid motherfucker, I'd leave her.
So this man on the phone is telling Daniel to leave his wife, Brittany. Daniel's trying to reason with him.
Man, listen.
No, listen to me, you stupid motherfucker. I'll cave your stupid fucking head in. Do you want it? I'd love to put my hands on you. Are stupid.
Daniel is only briefly quiet before he says,
I mean, God preaches forgiveness, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna preach forgiveness when I put my hands on your throat, you stupid motherfucker.
Whoa.
No, you don't get you dumb fucking bitch.
I'll be the same way, man.
No, I would. Well, you better, like I said, do the smartest thing for you to fucking do, you stupid motherfucker. Do not incriminate yourself.
Whoa.
Do me that favor. Leave her so your ass doesn't go down the drain with her.
Whoa.
Your woman is a monster.
Whoa.
You want me to tell you the whole fucking story? She had another 13-year-old in there watching the whole fucking thing. She's a monster. Do you understand that?
Daniel is on the phone, confronted with the fact that his wife Brittany was cheating on him. But he is also confronted with the fact that his wife is cheating on him by a 13-year-old student of hers. And the man screaming at him on the phone is the victim's father.
Oh, shit.
This is how he found out.
He claims he found out right before this phone call.
And he was like,
He said God preaches forgiveness. There is an app called Sentry, and it lets parents
Forgiveness and get the fuck out of my life. What? I'm calling police on your ass. What? I loved you 5 minutes ago. Now, brother, you gone. You yay. I fear God and God only. What? You gone. You're gone. Bye. Hello.
monitor their kids. It seems like kids don't know when it's installed. I mean, I'm sure you have to take their phone and install it. I don't know how it works. I mean, I guess it could be used for not parental controls. Just be careful. But it lets parents flag keywords. So if these keywords ever get searched on the internet or is sent via message, whether it's Facebook Messenger, Instagram direct messages, or text messages, it'll alert the parent.
Whoa.
And it'll show them what platform and it'll show them the message.
Whoa.
So you can flag words like baby or, other maybe drugs, right?
Drugs, yeah, stuff
John and
like-
his wife, they get Adam, their son, a new phone with this new app installed on there, Sentry. And they give it to him because, honestly, they don't feel right about it. They were going back and forth. Do we install the app? Do we not install the app? We kind of feel bad about it, especially because he's 13. We're trying to give him space to still be a child, but make mistakes and learn and grow and have privacy.
Of course.
But Adam has been acting so weird recently. He doesn't even want to sleep with the door open. They have this whole family rule. Everybody sleeps with their door open. It doesn't have to be wide open. It's just like a crack. You just don't lock your door at night.
Whoa.
But
That's
he's
suspicious.
so upset by this. He's withdrawn during dinner time. He doesn't even want to talk to them. It's so sudden that they're like, something is going on.
yeah,
and if we don't
100%.
figure out what, we can't help him. The stepmom has the parent version installed on her phone. And she put all the keywords in. And the day after installing the app, she's just getting ding, 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 ding. Her phone is blowing up.
Whoa.
She said, so yesterday I got the alert. I keep getting alerts back to back to back to back to back because the word baby kept getting used. The messages in question read, I guess kind of like any other 13-year-old relationship, flirting. I imagine. I don't particularly recall how I flirted when I was 13, but the messages read, WYD, what you doing? On the bus texting you. So Adam is texting, on the bus texting you. Oh my God, you're so cute, baby. I wish you could have stayed after with me. I know, I wish I could, baby. Heart emoji, heart emoji. The person responds, I wish I could hang out with you whenever we wanted. Adam responds, same. I think about it so much. I think about it so much too. Aw, baby, I know what you mean. You're all I think about. It's kind of giving like two 13-year-olds flirting. Another thread of messages read from Adam, you're mine. Yes, baby. Which again, I don't necessarily recall how I was flirting as a 13-year-old, and I'm sure per parent it's different how one feels about their kids sending these types of messages. I don't know, perhaps a child psychologist would know better if this is normal development to talk like this or not. But so far, it's not the most alarming thing in the world. But there's more messages that start to escalate and get increasingly stranger. A message from Adam reads, I need more redacted from you, heart. Now, these are obviously not redacted to Adam's parents, but it's redacted in the police records. But the parents have seen it. You can kind of fill in the blanks on what it says. The person receiving the message goes, ? You okay? Sorry, baby, my parents called me. Ugh, I thought you got in trouble. I GTG do chores. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. The person responds, ILY, heart. Okay, they're saying I love you. It seems like it's more serious 13-year-old relationship. It's getting a little more alarming. Then Adam receives a message. I want you too, baby. So bad. Whenever we can, I'm down. Heart. Like you for real get sexier to me every day. LOL.
Wait, which one's who said this?
Whoever is sending this to Adam. Adam's stepmom says, so I'm reading through the conversations.
No,
and
the
I've done this before with other
Her husband kills me, but he's pure comedy. He's just like, wait, who's saying this shit? Mr. Mango, I'm telling you, Mr. Mango's funny, bro. Mr. Mango's too funny.
conversations of his as well. But this time at the bottom, she sees something at the bottom of the messages, and she's looking at it twice, 3 times, 479 times, because there is no way. There's just no way. The app Sentry will tell you what platform the messages are being sent from and what the account name is. So it just gives you your handle. So if it's on Facebook, it gives the handle, or on Instagram, it gives the handle at blah, blah, blah. And it's at Mrs.Zamora, Adam's 6th grade teacher through Instagram. So she's like, no. Maybe it's just someone with the same name.
Yeah.
Or like, how kids are. Maybe they'll make an account for their teacher and just mess around.
So she first only saw that he's flirting with someone.
Yes.
And she thought maybe this is just like a girlfriend.
Yes.
And when she saw that handle, that's when she realized, oh my gosh.
She's like, what the hell is going on?
Okay.
Like, at that point, I'm a very calm individual, but at that point, I am seeing red, bro. I swear on everything, I'm seeing nothing but red. At that point, bro, my wife best lock the house, indoors, barricade the doors, just so I can't leave because I'm seeing red. Like I'm seeing red, bro. Oh Lord, woof. Oh, nah. Oh.
Then she goes on to Instagram and she checks that handle because she's like, again, it could just be an account. You can technically name your handle anything on Instagram. There's no law. She goes and it's the same spelling, same everything with the real account of Mrs. Zamora. And she knows this because she's messaged Mrs. Zamora too about homework before on Instagram. And the stepmom says, but what even more confirmed it was her first name was used in the conversation. So either she wrote it or he wrote it and they put, so the two were flirting and they wrote, Brittany, insert Adam's last name. Other messages read, what are you doing? Thinking about your sexy self. Heart emoji, heart emoji. And then Mrs. Zamora responds, oh, baby, I wish you were here with me. And she proceeds to send a video. And I don't know why Diddy is everywhere, but he's here too. She is pointing at her car stereo with the caption, when the radio plays that good shit and it's Diddy's song, I Need a Girl. And the lyrics are, I've had a lot of women in my lifetime, but see, it's not a lot of women that got the right mind. I've done a lot of pretty chicks with all the right features, cell phones and beepers. You know how to treat you. You break her heart. She'll walk out and leave you. Yeah.
Wow.
So immediately Adam's stepmom is calling Adam's dad. Oh.
Diddy catching strays everywhere. Diddy catching them strays everywhere.
Husband, you gotta do something. You gotta come home. This is serious. He gets home, they confront Adam, and they even see that Mrs. Zamora had sent pictures of her private parts with her chest fully exposed, as well as below private parts, fully exposed, wearing black lingerie that is crotchless.
So the app also shows photos?
They confronted him. And they saw those photos. They tell Adam, we need you to be completely honest right now. We already know the answers to everything we're gonna ask. So we just need you to tell us the truth. Who are you talking to? And have you done anything with your teacher? Adam quietly responds, yeah. He tells them that, remember that one time he brought home that permission slip to stay longer after school to set up posters for the talent show? That's when it happened. That's when his teacher essayed him. But it would happen several more times. So now, Adam is texting Brittany. I want to F. Okay, it's redacted, but presumably I want to F. So bad, baby. Those times weren't enough for me. Adam sends the message and his dad is standing over his shoulder. The way that Adam's dad describes it, he says, sorry to use this language, he says that, but you're gonna text this bitch and you're gonna trap her. You are gonna make her tell me everything through these messages. Adam texts her that and she responds, I want you, baby. I want you every day with no time limit. If I could quit my job and f you all day, I would. Adam's dad probably takes over the phone at this point, I presume, and he sends another message. I need more redacted from you. I'll give you whatever you want, baby. And with that,
the dad going crazy. That dad's on attack mode. He's like, I'm getting her to confess everything. She gonna get locked. Dad's on. Oh shit!
They're immediately calling the police, and they start getting these weird restricted calls. Soon after, like a few hours later, they keep getting restricted call, block number, unknown number, and they're just sending them to voicemail because why are they getting these restricted calls out of nowhere?
What does that mean, restricted call?
Like unknown number. Because you know when you get scam calls, they don't want it to say unknown number. They try to make it look like real numbers, but they keep getting literally unknown caller. Unknown caller. And they're like, this is so random.
But they're not answering.
They're not answering for the first few times.
He said, I'm going to get evidence. Musa answered that, LOL. No, through the texts, right? Confirmation, basically saying that I did things. That's what I meant. Not actual evidence. Like, how you gonna get evidence?
Zamora.
How?
It appears maybe
how you gonna
Adam
get evidence?
had let her know that they had alerted the police or something, but she calls them, and Adam's dad is not messing around. He starts a conversation.
What type of fucking perverted person are you? I want to know right now. You are.
Answer Mr. Mango's question. What did he say?
They try to make it look like real numbers, but they keep getting literally unknown caller. And they're like, this is so random.
But they're not answering.
They're not answering for the first few times. Finally, they pick up the fourth one, and it's Brittany Zamora. It appears maybe Adam had let her know that they had alerted the police.
Adam
or
snitching
something,
on his
but
parents?
He calls them, and Adam's dad is not messing around. He starts a conversation.
What type of fucking perverted person are you? I want to know right now. You are a fucking monster. You are You're a child molester. Do you understand me?
Brittany, on the other end, has the audacity to say, why do you say that?
No.
Why do you say that?
Oh, see, I'm a lot smarter than you. I'm so much smarter than you. You do not understand how much smarter than you I am. I got you. I want you to know that now. I got you. Do me a favor. Do not call this number back again. The next time you'll hear from me will be in court. And make sure you let your husband know that you like 13-year-old boys and suck their dick. I want you to do me a favor. Do that for me, okay? I am coming for you.
Which, by the way, Adam's parents did like everything right in this. They did not say, oh, it's a boy's dream. They didn't do any of that. They didn't victim blame. They didn't victim shame. They didn't get upset with Adam. They took all the right steps. I think even in this phone call, he is so clearly
he's angry, but he's calm at the same time.
Has a lot of emotions coming out, which is rightfully understandable.
But he's very calm.
But he's pretty poised.
Yeah, he is. He's like controlled.
Like nothing he's saying is like uncalled for or not true.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a wonderful evening, okay, you stupid.
Dang, did he let go of that one?
Can you explain to me? Can we meet?
Meet?
To talk about this?
Meat. If we meet, I might turn you into meat. What? I will be a professional butcher. From limb to limb. Dexter. Are you crazy? Meat. She lost her damn mind.
Something we can settle out, outside.
She's lost her damn.
Yeah, that's what we can do. So I can give you a chance to do it to some other kid. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. No, Mrs. Amora, do me a favor. Do not call me back again. Do you understand me? Make sure you tell your husband what's going on.
Side note, in a later report, it says that Brittany reassures Adam's parents that she's not pregnant and that she's very clean from STDs, which, like, what kind of reassurance is that, lady? I believe she even tries denying a picture that she sent, a nude photo, because it doesn't have her face in it. But the dad tells her pretty bluntly, I know where your birthmark is, okay? I know where your birthmark is. So by this point, the parents know that he's been essayed. Their son has been essayed by their teacher. They know that these messages have been taking place. Inappropriate pictures have been sent. They're about to file a police report, but they're on the phone with Brittany and her husband. They don't know the exact details of when these incidents happened. They're going to find out soon, but they know everything that's happened, the crimes that have taken place. Mm-hmm. And now Daniel, the husband, is getting on the phone. Brittany's husband is on the phone. There's almost this level of frustration that you can feel Adam's dad having, because it's like, how are you not getting this? His fist is clenched. His wife is recording this. We have this whole phone call. We FOIA'd the phone call, and he's just saying she's a monster. Like, do you understand that? Do you understand that? Dude, be smart, you stupid ass. Leave.
Yeah, but this is also the thing you gotta understand, bro. Love is blind, and it's not a joke. It's a serious thing. Love is blind. When someone's deeply in love, you can't try and come and tell me this person's a demon. You could tell me everything. Demon, monster, they've been living this undercover life. It's gonna take more than just your words for me to actually deeply register this thing that you're telling me. Because I've only seen them one way for however many years they've been together. It's literally, bruv, it's hard. It's hard for that. So I somewhat had a little bit of sympathy for the husband, because I'm like, bro, this man's on the phone who I've never met before telling me my wife is doing this. And I'm like, what are you saying? What are you saying? Brain's not registering it.
Kick that out of your house. Mm-hmm. And Daniel's like, listen, man. No, you listen. You're lucky that my wife is...
Yeah, but like, this is some serious accusations, facts.
Standing right here, you stupid fucker. Talk. You got 30 seconds. Which, side note, Adam's stepmom whispers at one point, he might be a pervert too.
Oh. Wife said, hey, they're in this together. They're in this together. Oh, shit.
Talking about Daniel.
He is right here. Can he talk to you?
And he continues, talk. You got 30 seconds. Don't waste my time. You have the nuts to call me and now you don't want to talk?
So, man, look, this whole situation is crazy. I've never heard of anything like this in my entire life, and I'm sure as a parent, you gotta be livid, pissed. downright
Stab this motherfucker.
You trust the system. You trust the system. And honestly, this sucks as a husband. As a husband, I am distraught. Let down.
Let down?
And I'm sure as a husband.
He laughed. I would have laughed as well. Let down? That's the word you're using? I'm let down. Oh, she's out here sexually assaulting a little kid. Oh, I'm so let down. Let down? Let down. Let down is if your child gets a B instead of an A. Then you can be like, oh, I'm kind of let down. That's when you
What this would do to you.
The husband's he's. This is what I'm saying. He's seeing red. He's even wearing a red t-shirt right now. He is seeing nothing but red. The wife is doing her best to calm him down, but he's on red mode, bro. If he goes out that door, it's game over.
Well, dude, see, the thing is, I don't get with the monster.
I know, God, it's the worst for me.
See, wife is trying to calm him down.
Confided to me and told me just now all the truth, and it's man, I'm shaking.
Which, side note, when he says, I am shaking, I don't feel like he's shaking.
Nah, because his words are way too clean. Brother's not even stuttering. I'm not going to lie to you. If I found that out about my wife, God forbid ever anyone watching this video, God forbid this ever comes near you. God forbid. But you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to speak. There's no way you would understand my words this clear and this smooth. I wouldn't be able to speak.
I understand that everybody processes shock differently, but I feel like this is my reaction to an Uber order getting canceled. It doesn't sound shaken.
Well, explain to me what she's told you.
As a man, I can't really.
No, I want to know. You said she confided in you. Let me know what she told you so I can tell you she told you everything. Let me know if she told you everything. Grab some nuts and talk to me like a man. What the
Tell him.
What did she tell you she did to a 13-year-old boy?
It's to be honest, it's more of just the messaging. And
oh, so she didn't tell you everything then? Oh, man.
I mean, I'm hearing it from you, sir. I'm hearing it from you.
Well, you ain't gonna hear shit else from me. Not a f***ing thing.
So what I'm asking you is if you could possibly, Brittany has been a great teacher for a long
Brother, don't. This ain't the time to be trying to promote your wife and say that she's been a great. This ain't the time for it, bro. This ain't the time for it. Nobody trying to hear this shit. Nobody trying to hear this shit right now, brother. Please don't do this. Don't do this.
5 years, she's done so much for so many
brother.
students and raised so many people's lives from the ghetto.
That's literally.
You do know this kid's not going to be the same ever again, right? Right? You do know that, right?
Really what he says. Like, don't even get me started on that.
Wow.
She's been to, parents' homes to talk to students. She's really done the tutoring program. She's done so much, and she made a huge mistake.
Is he?
The biggest mistake of anybody could ever make in the whole entire world. But she got invested in.
She got in. Oh, his wording is pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. His wording is. She got invested, brother. What are we doing, brother? His wording is pissing me off.
Very, very, very bright, smart, and great.
What are we doing?
Great student.
He's trying to spin this. Like, Brittany.
She got invested in a what? Brother.
He got invested in your child because he's so great. Which I'm sure he is, but what?
What? What are you saying?
What kind of advertising, manipulation, scheming?
Honestly, and a great person. And
This is beyond gaslighting. I can't even call this gaslighting. At this point, the fact that the dad is actually listening to this and wallahi on everything, I would have clicked that end call button the moment he said she made a big mistake, but she's also Mwah. I am not entertaining. Mwah. Get off my phone.
Probably comes from y'all, honestly.
He's like marketing her
What
crimes.
is happening right now?
You probably don't even want to hear my voice, and I wouldn't
Damn straight.
want to hear my voice either.
I'd like to hear your voice when I got my fucking hands around your throat.
Man, you can put your hands around my throat, man. I probably would accept that right now.
You wouldn't.
So he's so gone that he's willing to take all the suffering just so his wife can just chill and carry on doing what she's doing. That's what it sounds like to me. You're saying you're good. Don't worry, I'll cover for you. You carry on doing what you're doing. Why this man choked me out, try to kill me? You carry on doing your thing over there. Keep going. That's basically what he's trying to say right now. What's he doing?
Be able to stop it.
It'd be welcome. It'd be more than welcome. This is the SDS.
I know the wife is just saying that he has to be involved. Because the wife, I know for 150%, she's like, he has to be a pedophile himself because it don't make sense. There's no way you would stand here and say all of this stuff knowing that your wife is, one, cheating on you, but also sexually assaulting her students. It don't make no sense. It makes zero sense to me.
Situation in the world that any man could ever be in. As a husband, how would you feel if your wife did this to you? You'd probably be, I know you'd probably kill somebody because...
No, I'd call the cops, bro. The thing is, the difference between me and you is, bro, is that I don't get with women like that, my man. I don't do it. My wife's a good woman. She raised good kids. And your wife preyed on one of my kids. Do you understand what a 13-year-old boy did? Having sex with a teacher? Do you get that at all? You're asking me to forgive.
I don't think they had sex.
I'm not listening. I'm not even getting involved with it.
I said, I don't think they had sex. He's lost his mind. Because all I can do now is just laugh because he's crazy. He's lost his damn mind. He's lost it. He's gone. The husband is gone.
Because you'll know the truth in a few short days. Trust me, I know everything. I know absolutely everything.
And with that, he hangs up the phone. He calls the police, Adam's parents do, and a whole investigation begins, and it just gets messier. There are two main interviews that are done, one with the victim, Adam, and then another hour-long interview with the victim's best friend. The interview with Adam, you don't see him because obviously his identity is protected, but he just sounds so young. There is like a certain cadence that children have. Obviously, some people don't shed it for a while. There's nothing wrong with it. But the way he answers questions is incredibly childlike.
Tell me about a couple things that you like to do.
I play football, write, and draw.
The authorities are just trying to understand, okay, how does something like this even happen? Like, she's had to have a certain level of grooming already established in order to send these types of messages to the victim. And they're wondering, how did you guys even start messaging? Mm-hmm. There's this app called Classcraft. Classcraft is supposed to foster a positive school climate and educational outcomes. It's a message board. You can message your teachers and ask them one-on-one about questions of homework.
Fuck no. If my child wants to ask questions, you ask me. If not, you go to school the next day and ask your teacher. You ain't texting no teacher, nothing. Hell no.
Under the presumption that this is a well-monitored communication.
I don't give a damn.
And likely nobody uses the chat function to do anything but ask questions about school or class times. Because let's be so real. What teacher wants to talk to their kids outside of school hours?
Exactly.
And what student wants to talk to their teacher outside of school hours?
Exactly.
Unless there's a problem with schoolwork. But Brittany tells her class one day, I'm going to be out of school tomorrow. You guys are going to have a substitute teacher. And I'm just going to be really bored. So if anybody else is bored, you guys should message me on Classcraft.
Woman, ain't you got a whole husband at home? What you mean bored? Why are you asking us to text you? You got a whole man at home.
It's not about an assignment. It's not about their project. It's just, I'm bored. Mm-hmm. Adam messages his teacher that day, hi, Mrs. Zamora. And she texts back, hi. She starts asking him these weird questions. Would it be weird if I sent you a winky face? Adam said that he was confused and he just responded, no, it's just a winky face, LOL. And Brittany responds, I'm bored. LOL, I am too. Come over. And he says, on my way, car emoji. But obviously JK because he's 13. And
That's crazy. That's how it started?
yes.
It's a scary world out here, man.
Eventually, they start talking about the school dance, and Brittany is asking Adam if he's going to the school dance, which he
This
just
is a
casually
scary one.
responds.
Now, shout out to all the parents out there, man. Shout out to all the parents that make it through that school stage and that young stage with their kids and then raise them to be adults. Shout out to all the parents, bro. That shit ain't easy. You know, when you're younger, you're like, oh, it's not hard being a parent. This shit's easy. But as you grow older and you actually deep it, shout out to all the parents. You lot did well. Fucking
I
hell.
don't think I'm gonna.
Wow.
I might though. And she responds, oh, Salty Bae. Calling herself Salty Bae. From there, Brittany guides the conversation and she moves everything onto Instagram. Adam says, I don't remember how it got like really intense, but we would flirt and she would say things like, oh my God, I love you. And I would say I love her too. And then she would talk about how she wanted to do stuff with me. And I would tell her that I wanted to do that too. He says, yeah, we would flirt a lot. Like we would be at recess and I would talk to her. We would flirt at recess. But then the principal kept getting all these reports of an inappropriate relationship going on.
Wow.
And he said they were all just rumors and that he told them that they can't flirt or, well, I guess he didn't say flirt. They can't talk during recess because it feels like Brittany Zamora is picking a favorite.
So they were do this in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And people are reporting because this is that bad.
Not only are people reporting, so the students some of them are reporting it to Principal Tim Dickey, but some of them are even messaging Brittany Zamora on Classcraft. There were like 3 girls, students, 13-year-olds, that were messaging her saying, if these rumors are true, like this is a gross use of power and you should really be ashamed of yourself, blah, blah, blah. Like telling her.
And the principal, Tim Dickey, was, you know, like
He looks like I thought... Principal, he don't even look like, he looks like someone, you know, like even that smile is saying, brother, you know what I'm saying? Like he looks like he could just be ran over. All you got to tell him is, oh, you look kind of good in that tie today, and he's, oh, thank you, and he's lost it. That's what he. I beg, she probably came in and gave him a little rub on the shoulder and he's like, oh, wait, Brittany, hold up, Brittany. That's probably what she did, I'm telling you. He looks like that.
Was trying to protect what? Zamora or the
Of
reputation or
Zamora,
the
that's all
image,
he's protecting.
it is, right?
There are a few netizen theories, and maybe it's a compilation of all of them. Some people think that Tim Dickey finds Brittany Zamora conventionally attractive, and
that's it.
maybe
There
he
you go.
was blinded by that. Other reports say that Tim Dickey's reputation.
You said that was one of his first hires. That says it all to me, man. Hey, you said that was one of his first hires? That's suspicious.
Could have been on the line because he was an assistant principal at a different school, got promoted to principal at this school, this final school where it happened. And the first person that he hired from that other school that he used.
Oh, so you said I'm leaving, but you coming with? And I like to see your face daily. You coming through? Come on, man. Put 2 and 2 together, man. Come on, man. How smart do you how smart do you have to be? Come on, man. Come on.
Used to work out was Brittany Zamora. But that could also be, I don't know if that's because she's a great teacher.
I beg. If you're a great teacher at a school, why am I leaving? Why would they even let me leave in the first place? Am I right or am I right? Why would they let me leave in the first place if I'm such a great teacher? Hello? What are we doing?
Or if perhaps her conventional attractiveness was, you don't know, right?
Yeah. Wow. But either way, he brushed it off.
Yes.
That's crazy.
He just thought, naturally some teachers will inevitably have favorites, and she is being unprofessional by showing that to the other kids.
What a simp. He's a simp. That's what he is. He's a simp. He a simp.
In today's digital marketplace,
skipping all of this.
we were doing. As for the physical assaults, Adam says it started with her kissing him after school one day.
And then the first time we kissed, like, I was saying bye to her and I gave her a hug and she like started kissing me, so I kissed her back.
He says we were doing a talent show thing, and yeah, it was like when I was saying bye.
And then she's like kissing me and everything. And like, she was like, you want to go in? And I was like, what? And then she's like, you want to go in? And I was like, sure. And then like the same thing, I didn't take my pants off or anything, but she was wearing a dress, so she just pulled her underwear to the side. And then I was in there for like a minute, and then I was like, all right, I gotta go.
It appears that he is trying to explain that she forced him to digitally stimulate her. It appears. He continues, she said she wanted to give me a blowjob and my stuff was really big and stuff like that. He's telling the police interviewer all of this. And the interviewer has to keep asking him, like, what stuff do you mean? And every time he says it, he just hesitates and he whispers really shyly because he's 13. Peanut. Like, he doesn't even like saying that word. In the interview, they go over all the other instances that she wanted him to meet up with her. He says, I told her that I was at my grandparents' house and she said, let me come over. And I said, LOL. And then I put these heart emojis. And she was like,
You want to come to grandma's house? She's not okay. No, she's not okay. She's not okay. No, she's not okay.
no, I'm serious. I was like, okay. And she came over. I went to her car. She was parked on the end of the street.
La. She came to grandma's house. She came to grandma? Yo, wait, she came to... What the hell is going on in her house? Who is her husband? What is a husband? What even is a husband? What is a man? What is a partner? What is? What is?
She texted, okay, I'm here, I'm outside. And I walked to her car, and that is where she essays him for the first time. I think at this point, people were expecting that because we already knew that she had essayed him. So they're just trying to get the details of when and how it happened. I'm not saying it's not unsurprising or it's expected, but it's like when you already know the balloon popped, now you're just trying to figure out how the balloon popped, right?
So she came over to grandma's house and sexually assaulted him in the car. Lord Jesus. Oh Lord.
Well, I don't know if the balloon is a great analogy, or like the cake dropped or something. You get it. You already know this event took place. Now you're just trying to figure out how it took place. But the interviewer, I don't think that she knew that this part happened, because Adam starts describing, they have this thing in class called CNN 10.
I'm sorry, you had this thing called what?
CNN 10, it's like a thing that my whole class watches. And I would pretend like I would go up there and press play. And she would stand behind me and I would like touch her because everybody would be in the front.
They're in the classroom.
That's freaking insane.
And then according to Adam and another witness, she would have Adam stand behind her desk. And because he's 13, he's, not that tall, I guess. His private part would be below the level of the desk. And she would pretend to drop something or pretend to look for something under the desk. And she would, quote, touch his stuff. There's a whole classroom full of kids.
Wow. This woman, nah, she's sick. That's what I'm telling you. She's genuinely sick. She's genuinely, because that can't, brother, no, that don't even make sense. So they tell me he's got no facial reactions, no facial expression, no nothing. He's standing there like a mannequin while you're touching him. Like, a lot of this stuff is a bit like, whoa, like, woman, you got no fear? You got no fear, brother. I don't care if I'm standing in class in front of the whole class and some random person just touches me. Well, it's not random anymore, but even if you touch me, it's gonna be like, whoa, the eye's gonna be start dancing and he's gonna have a reaction, no? And she's doing this in front of other students, like she don't care. She don't care. Clearly, she don't care.
I mean, how could they be so bold? Because they have a lookout. a boy, Adam's best friend, let's call him Brady, he's also interviewed, and he said,
Because our whole class watched CNN 10 on the big screen. Ms. Moore always want me like to cover to see like if anyone's looking.
And they would ask him, was Mrs. Zamora saying anything? They were just doing it. It was very uncomfortable. So that's why, like, the second day they were doing stuff, I just left the room. He says, yeah, we tried to tell Mr. Dickey. Mr. Dickey came and he talked to us saying, well, you guys as students should stop saying these rumors and talking about, like, how can we solve this situation by next time we hear rumors like this, tell the principal, or solve it by telling the teachers. We wrote on a piece of paper how to solve the situation of rumors.
What does that mean? We wrote on paper.
Like, next time I hear rumors, I will do this.
That's so sketchy. I feel like this principal is
Dodgy as fuck.
way, like, you know,
He's dodgy.
Yeah.
Dodgy.
I feel like he needs to be investigated
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
He's weird.
I mean, I think it's very sus that he doesn't even alert Adam's parents.
That's what I'm saying.
It's one thing to think that it's a rumor.
Yeah,
Fine, right?
yeah.
I think it's your weird opinion.
Not kids being adults in that. Not the kids being the adults in this situation. Yeah, true.
I don't agree with it, but you should still at least alert the victim's parents.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what's been going on at school. These are the rumors that have taken place. I just want to give you guys like a heads up in case you've seen anything, or alert authorities to investigate, because like you're not an investigator.
But he's a principal, so he's gonna try and protect his school. He doesn't want police coming out here asking questions. You know that's what he's gonna. That's what he's gonna be his argument. It's not an argument though, but you know that's what he's gonna be saying.
He also doesn't even put Brittany on leave so that they can investigate further. He doesn't do anything. He just takes notes on his investigation, which at this point are as useful as like keeping a diary.
Madness.
He also just tells Brittany to stop spending so much time with Adam, and that's about it. But the best friend, Brady, he continues in the interview with the police that Mrs. Zamora started asking him weird stuff too.
And then Ms. Zamora asked me if my thing was uncircumcised or.
Hey, yo! What? Brother, what? The brother's even struggling to say the word. He's struggling to even say the damn word.
Circumcised? And I didn't know what that means.
Woman, you must be out your... Brother said, I don't even know what... Oh, la, 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 la.
So, Ms. Zamora went on her phone and looked up uncircumcised and circumcised things. And she showed me.
She also asked if he wanted to see nude photos of her as well. And he says she didn't touch me or anything. But by all accounts, it seems like she's prepping him to be her next victim. And he is 11 years old. He can't even properly explain the things he's witnessing because he's that young. He kept stating that Brittany and Adam had sex. Now the officer has to ask him what that means to him, to which he says, it's like they kissed. He also confuses the word virgin and Virginia. And this is...
She's trying to make me laugh because I almost busted out cracking up at that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. She's trying to make me laugh in it. I almost busted out laughing there, bro. What do you mean, Virgin and Virginia, bro? What we do? Nah, this is sad. This is so sad. This is so sad. Oh, this world, bro. How we got so many evil people out here like this, bro? Woman, you a grown ass woman. Teach, go home, mind your business.
This is like Brittany's next alleged target, potential target.
11. What grade is that?
So they're in 6th grade. Adam is 13, so he might have been held back for a year or two. But
wow.
As for why, I mean, Adam's parents want to know, why did you do this? Why risk your whole career and your marriage for what? And she just responds, I asked myself the same question. I just got really close after everything went down, and we're like, how could that happen? We just got so close. I don't know. They arrest Brittany Zamora. There's body cam footage of this. And when they're taking her in for arrest, they're taking off all of her jewelry. And she asks the police, do I have to take off my wedding ring? As if she's so in love with her husband. It's so weird. Then right to when she's being taken in to be questioned, she asks if there's any way she can talk to her husband. They say no. They take her into their interrogation room and they ask her all the pertinent questions. You know, did they tell you why you're here? Did they tell you why you've been arrested? It's involving a relationship with Adam. I mean, I guess I just want to give you an opportunity because there's really little doubt on what happened. And she says, can I have an attorney? You can. Is that what you want? Yeah. Will I be going home today? No. They tell her she's going to jail, to which she says,
I'm little. They're gonna tear me apart.
You know who else is little? 13-year-olds, 11-year-olds. To which the officer just straight up tells her, yeah, I mean, if you have problems with somebody, you can voice that to somebody. And if you have problems, they can isolate you. And she starts sobbing. I just have the best husband in the world, and I'm so ashamed. I mean, I do believe calling her a pick-me is the nicest description I can use considering her crimes. But she has this moment where she's arrested. She's handcuffed behind her back, and she has to get into the back of the cop car. The cop is like, here, like, let me help you. I know it's a big step. I'm going to help you.
I know it's a big step.
I'm only 5 foot.
Okay.
Wow.
Even when they set bail, they ask her, is there anything you'd like to say? And she goes, I guess I would just really like to go home and be with my husband.
Will I be going home today? No. So will I be in jail?
And so for a moment, because of how much Brittany harps on how much she loves her husband whilst wearing a 13-year-old, I thought maybe there's a chance that Daniel did an Olympic level of mental gymnastics to somehow believe that she did not do this. I don't know. But authorities found text messages between Daniel and Brittany while Brittany is on the phone with Adam's parents. And he's texting her, cry, seem helpless, be apologetic, a ton. Don't say anything incriminating no matter what.
The phone call you just described.
Yeah.
The whole time Daniel was like...
So the husband knew.
Man,
That's
you
it.
gotta understand.
The husband knew.
God preaches forgiveness.
Once he
What the hell
wants
just
info,
happened
he's
there?
still asking. He keeps saying to tell
Oh,
him
I
that he
thought
already
my-
knows.
my
So
headphones
it appears
glitched for a
like maybe
second
he
there.
had come home, you know? And he says he's not recording. He's still asking me what happened. He says, don't even hint
Appreciate it,
around
Liz.
anything or agree. Of course he's recording. Say we have to meet because you want to tell him face to face. That's the right thing to do. Tell him you do not feel comfortable over the phone. I know he's not going to like that, but be firm. Do not be gullible and tell him anything. Don't admit to any relationship because we both know there isn't one and nothing happened. Just stupid fantasy texting that went too far. Call me after. Even if he gives you an ultimatum, don't say anything, Brittany. Insist on meeting. He hates you and wants nothing but to burn you to the ground. Remember, I'm getting worried. What's going on? Please don't be stupid and admit he won't meet you. He's recording. No way. Don't believe it. Why can't he meet then? Please, Brittany, don't say anything. What's going on? Tell him that you're going to the school right now and that you have to hang up. Hang up now. Don't say another word. He's going to fucking kill us if you say anything, Brittany.
Kill
also,
us.
who says he doesn't change his mind? He will say one thing now and you over later. God knows, if anything, or admit fault, he's got us and you're going to be done. I think the usage of us is interesting.
Yeah,
You know,
us.
Brittany sounds just extremely, extremely dumb.
And
So-
obviously evil.
Yeah, evil. But he...
No, Mr. Mango Rug. Oh my god. Oh no, Mr. Mango's too funny, bro. Oh
He's like-
Lord.
That's... I don't even know what's going on here.
Yeah. He doesn't sound okay. So a lot of people thought that he's the biggest simp husband in the world, but this doesn't
No.
sound like
No,
a simp
simp-
husband.
no.
Yeah.
This sounds like a man that knew what his wife was doing and pretty much accepted it. That, I mean, it sounds simple, but it's literally that simple. He knew his wife had this crazy side to her and was like, okay, that's what it seems like.
And also,
So if you're a simp husband, when you find out about this news, wouldn't you be devastated then?
I guess they're trying, like some netizens feel like this is him trying to protect her at all costs because he's a simp. But I think the usage of us is weird.
What's the context again?
He says he's gonna fucking kill us
Us.
if you say anything,
Yeah.
Brittany. He also says don't admit to any relationship because we both know there isn't one and nothing happened. just stupid fantasy stuff. That also feels like
He's been seeing texts.
weird.
Yeah, he's been seeing the
like
texts.
you never
and stuff.
really say like we both know. If you really both know,
And you're saying that he supposedly he found out about everything just now,
like that day, yeah,
that day, and this is his reaction.
it's very weird. Everybody in this is
Yeah,
weird.
it's
except
very
for.
weird. It's not normal. This is not a
He
normal
knew, man.
relationship.
Come on, man. Stop playing.
And that's not to say that Britney's not at fault. You know, I do see some netizens conspiring that maybe he was pushing her to do these things.
Huh?
I don't really care
No.
if he did or not. I think she's the one that did them.
Yeah.
Like if my husband was trying to convince me to do anything like that, I'd be like, okay, so I'm gonna go to the police station and then I'm gonna go find a divorce attorney. That'll be my 2 immediate steps.
Yeah, 100%.
So I mean, I don't care. This is not to diminish her responsibility. I'm just saying those are some netizen theories out there.
No.
While all of this is happening, the authorities come to do a search warrant on Britney's house, and
That's
Daniel
him?
is outside. The officer just asked.
That's Daniel? This is the Daniel. Is all the houses in America this big? Damn, why are all the houses so big? Damn. Are all your houses like this? Bloody hell.
Asks, probably for protocol. You guys have no kids, right? No, sir. I wish now. This is in the
What?
middle of Britney, your wife.
That's LA. That's insane. Are you guys hearing the statement? After her getting arrested for sexually assaulting a child, he's saying, no, we don't have kids. I wish we did. It should have been, thank God we didn't have kids. That's what the real answer should be. Thank God we didn't have kids. Not, oh, I wish now. That's weird. He's beyond confused.
The officer just asks, probably.
And also the folding of the arms in a situation like this is like he's trying to protect himself, right? Like I'm that man, I'm macho types. You know what I'm saying? Like crossing the arms. It's like, brother, your wife is getting arrested and you're just here like, I'm chilling. Brother, what?
For protocol. You guys have no kids, right? No, sir. I wish now. This is in the middle of Britney, your wife, being investigated for R-wording her student. What do you mean you wish you had kids? I mean, you want to have children around your predator wife? Even the cops are doing a double take. Like, what do you wish you had kids now?
Yeah.
Oh, so I can have like, I don't know, all of what's going on and I don't know what's going to happen right here,
And he's smart. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're dropping jokes or you're saying hi to me. You're not getting a smile out of me if my wife is in this situation, bro. Better yet, don't even chat to me. Don't talk to me. Brother's out here smiling, posing. Look at him. Look at where he's posing. Wait, she said that she's like 5 foot? He's definitely like 5'1". He's definitely like 5'1". I'm looking at that bush next to him. He's not even taller than the bush. He's like 5'1", 100%.
So I can have a little more like pieces of her. Basically saying if she goes to prison, he can have a piece of her.
What?
Daniel keeps going. Brittany has been an awesome teacher for a long time. She won Teacher of the Year. Really? Straight A student all through high school, college, bachelor's degree, and her master's.
5.5? Nah, you're being too generous giving him that half, man.
That's awesome.
She's impressive. She's been doing so many good things for so long. For the students and the school. She's been really invested.
Really invested, huh? Invested indeed. She invested a little too much.
So weird. Some netizens are confused. Some think Daniel is as dense as a forest. Or some think that he's somehow involved or knew or got off on what Britney was doing. Some people point out she would sneak out in her car in the middle of the night to go meet up with the 13-year-old. She's married. She's a teacher. What excuse would she have to go in the middle of the night?
Let's say he just simply loves her, right? But then
No. Mr. Mango, you ain't cooking here. I'm done. None of that simply no, you ain't cooking. I don't care what you got to say next. It's not going to make sense to me. Brother, no.
found out the love of your life is a monster doing these type of crimes. The fact that you still love her, like
No, Mr. Mango, I spoke about this earlier. I said, yeah, love is blind and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Take time to process it. But brother, she's probably been in jail for over 48 hours now, and the brother still hasn't processed it. No.
into this level, like, oh my gosh, she's the best, she's the best, she's the best. How can you still think she's this perfect wife or whatever?
So crazy.
So that says a lot about him too.
Yeah. And he probably should also not be around children then, because like, you think your love of your life is fine after what she did to a child?
Yeah.
You should not be around children. But very quickly, Brittany divorces him in prison. Some sources state
This is wild to me, bro. She's the one getting arrested for doing this madness. Yeah, he's the one getting the divorce papers. Damn.
that it's because she was trying to protect their assets, because right after all of this, Adam's parents file a lawsuit against the school board, Tim Dickey, as well as Brittany's husband. And he's listed on the lawsuit. I think it was like a $2.5 million lawsuit. They did settle privately, but maybe it's to protect him from, I guess, division of assets because they're no longer together. Some people say, no, it's just Brittany moving on. He stood by her during the entire trial. Other sources state that she was actually very upset with him and felt like all of this was his fault because he kept telling her to tell Adam's parents to meet up. And some sources say that she believed that got her more years in prison versus just like talking to them frank, admitting, confessing, and being remorseful. Really interesting crossover. But the judge that presided over this is the judge that presided over Jodi Arias's trial, also assigned to Brittany's case. But nevertheless, in a statement to the court, she starts, "Good morning, Your Honor. I want to start off by apologizing to the victim and his family. I'm sorry for the undue stress or pain that I may have caused. I'm ashamed of my actions, and I'm completely remorseful and truly regret what took place. I'm known to be a caring..."
So I heard bullshit, bullshit, more bullshit, more bullshit, and more bullshit. Please reduce my time. I don't want to be in jail for too long. Reduce my time, please. Can you reduce my time if I be nice? I'm being nice. Reduce my time. Please. I'm begging. Reduce my time. Bullshit, bullshit, more bullshit. That's what I'm hearing.
Happy and thoughtful person. Which, like, sometimes the truth slips out in really almost unnoticeable ways. She says, "I'm known to be," not "I am," which I thought was interesting. The rest of the statement is more of her talking about how great of a person she is.
Prior to this incident, I have been an amazing teacher and citizen.
Prior to this, no one cares about prior. We're talking about now. What you did before is what? Yes, in the past. It's gone. No one cares. Nobody cares. It's gone. Prior to the...
I started programs while teaching to help stop bullying, teach girls about nutrition.
Good night to you.
Create fundraisers to help with
Thank you for stopping by.
Help families
Appreciate
in need.
you.
I filled out 25 plus desks with school supplies each year and even won Teacher of the Year award in 2016. She asks for leniency in her sentencing. If that isn't already bad enough, her attorney, just like hook, line, and sinker, let's go down together. Her attorney states that because Brittany's father abandoned her when she was 13.
Really? That's the card we're using? So now you're trying to make it look like everyone that's got like parents that leave them and abandon them, they're all supposed to act like this? What are you lot doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
She was struggling with anxiety, depression, and OCD.
Don't we all? I mean, who out here don't struggle with all of that shit? We all struggle with that shit. Anxiety, depression, OCD, bro, we all struggle with that shit. Everybody. You don't see us moving crazy?
Her attorney states she's a great candidate for rehabilitation. She wants to change her life, and she's already started that. I have represented Brittany Zamora for almost 16 months, and I can tell you that she is not a monster.
You see her every day? You're around her every day. 24 hours. All day, every day. Are you? No. You see her for about 35 minutes interview, charge her the price, get paid, and you go home. I beg. Stop your shit. Stop. You just collecting that paycheck. That's what you can. Stop.
Brittany is not a predator, and this was not between a young child and Brittany. This was a teenager.
We really doubling down on bullshit. She's really doubling down on bullshit. Brittany, if anyone got you more years, it's your attorney. If I'm the judge and this attorney is talking like this is your attorney talking for you. Brother, just because she said that, what? Teenager, I'm gonna give you an extra 1 year for every single letter that she used for the teenager, bro. Are you dumb?
Wow.
There were issues with this case. For example, Principal Dickey refused Brittany's request to move the teenager out of the classroom. Brittany Zamora implored Principal Dickey to move him because the teenager had boundary issues and was obsessed with Brittany.
Whoa.
I am not making that up. I learned that from Principal Dickey. Odd things that were outside of the evidence that you probably all received. She goes on to just victim blame in a bullet point list. Adam's family filed a civil lawsuit within hours of finding out what happened. So what? Adam had 2 cell phones, trying to imply that he's not the nice little kid that you think he is. Okay, he's still a kid, and so what? He had multiple social media accounts. Okay, so do I. And he had behavioral issues.
What teenager doesn't? Also, I say kid. What kid doesn't have behavioral issues? Come on, man. Stop that shit.
Talking. Opening her mouth and letting all sorts of thoughts spill out that she should have just kept in her drafts, in her notes app.
Yeah.
Because of how ridiculous she is. Everyone in the room is staring at her like this woman cannot be serious right now. Yeah, defend your client, do your job, but...
you're doing too much.
What?
You're doing too much. Doing way too much.
She confronts everyone. I see some of your faces frowning.
And this was not between a young child and Brittany. This was a teenager.
She really said this live. She really said this.
Teenager had boundary issues.
You really said this?
Was obsessed with Brittany.
You really said this?
The teenage boy was very aggressive. He even was very persistent in asking Brittany about her birthmarks, molars, or anything else that could be an identifiable piece of information.
Is she good? No, she's not good.
Imply that the kid is like forensically trying to get knowledge on Brittany to pin her to the crime that she...
The fuck is she saying? I think that's what we're all thinking. What is she even saying?
So clearly committed. She also proceeds to read a statement from Brittany where Brittany, the child molester, says, "Good afternoon. My name is Brittany Zamora. After going through the court process for the last 16 months, I can truly say that I have been unfairly treated by the state of Arizona. It's shocking to me how others are so quick to judge based off hearing accusations from only one side of the story. It was made clear to me that the state had already made their decision well before I was given a chance to prove my innocence in any way, shape, or form." She goes... Girl, are you not tired? She goes on to talk about how she did these risk assessments, psychological tests, evaluations, and polygraph tests that all showed her to be the highest degree of character. I don't ever think that I have seen a polygraph test where the results just come back highest degree of character. Like that's not even an option. Moreover, I feel like a risk assessment test in terms of evidential value, very low compared to explicit photos she sent him and testimony from the victim. They also try to argue that her polygraph shows that she does not have an interest in children. Again, I don't know what we're trying to get here. The argument just diminishes the validity of the polygraphs. And if that's not the case, it just makes her look more sinister because she's able to pass a polygraph when there is photographic evidence. And with that, she was sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Just 20?
The school board and Tim Dickey settle outside of court with the civil lawsuit, but I guess they stand by their decision. Tim says he didn't want to blow it out of proportion, what he thought were just rumors, by alerting Adam's parents. They said that they conducted a 2-day investigation and deemed nothing inappropriate was happening. They have less sense. So
you said you gave her 2 days just to stay quiet and not move? Like 2 days? 2 days. 2 days? That's what you call an investigation? 48 hours. What did you use? Saturday, Sunday? When they weren't even at school? Like, what do you mean 2 day?
Than children. The 11-year-old Brady, he says, it's just weird how a 27-year-old can like love a 13-year-old and stuff. It's just crazy. She's not a good person. Adam's dad says if we didn't have the app and we didn't take all the necessary steps,
they probably would have never found out.
We would have never known that this happened to our son. And how much longer could it have gone? And how many other boys would she have done this to? They say it's affected Adam individually. It's affected our family dynamic. It's affected his behavior and his schooling. It's disrupted his schooling. It's disrupted his living situation. We had to uproot our entire family and move. His childhood is already gone. He's 13. He's going to miss out on so many important emotions and feelings when it comes to relationships with women for the rest of his life.
Facts.
All because his trust was betrayed by a 6th grade school teacher. I'm also angry at those who say they think this abuse like this of a woman on a young man is somehow less serious than if it happened to a girl instead of a boy. Every child, no matter their gender, deserves to have their period of childhood free of monsters. And there truly are monsters in the world. As parents, you teach your kids that there's no such thing as monsters at all. There's none. But in the real world, there are monsters. And Brittany Zamora is a monster.
Oh, there's monsters everywhere.
What's crazy is there are so many netizens defending Brittany Zamora.
What?
They say, when I was 13, we were smoking cigarettes, drinking, and making other people pregnant. Some of us even carried around knives and messed around with other people.
We need to get all of them lot and lock them up as well. All of those people, lock their asses up.
Yeah, 13 years old is young and is wrong, but stop making the 13-year-old look like an 8-year-old. I think for her to get 20 years is insane. If that's the case, you need to increase prison time for other crimes as well that are even worse. Others just write, every male middle schooler's dream. Another reads, damn, I wish she was...
Every male middle schooler's dream. What? Oh my God.
My teacher, I would have said nothing. Or that's the funnest extra credit assignment I've ever heard of. I will say most netizens are not on Brittany's side.
That's insane, bro.
I don't know how true this is. This is just an internet comment. But someone writes, she was a TA for my English teacher in 5th grade. I vividly remember a male classmate blatantly hitting on her, like the TA, Brittany Zamora, multiple times. And she would just say things like, oh, thank you, you're so sweet, instead of telling him to stop and how it's inappropriate. Signs were there. She was a creep.
Damn. What
are your thoughts on this case? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, because if you're telling me that she's got a brain, she should just lock that shit off quickly. As soon as a kid's like, it's like, no, I'm here to teach. Don't ever say that to me again if you want to be in my class. Boom. Finish. Done. That's all she had to do. If you want to be in my class, come correct. Or else I'm calling your parents now. It's done. You're finished.
And stay safe. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Nah, defending her like that is actually insane to me, bro. People defending her, that's every 13-year-old's dream. Keep it at a dream. Keep it at a dream. That's it. Just keep it there. You stay dreaming. That's where it should stay. It should only stay a dream. Like, what we doing? Madness. That's insane. That was 20 years. Dang. They cooked her ass. Wow.